everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a great one on tap. Between the Tennessee Titans and the Minnesota Vikings. With that, we send you up to US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Standing by our commentator, Randy Cotton and Charles Davis. Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at US Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. Brandon Gordon and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
The Florida Atlantic man, Greg Joseph, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. This will be taken in after one. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by the veteran quarterback out of Michigan State, the former Spartan. It's Kirk Cousins.
Forget the measurable. His temperament, which is so even-keeled, often massive, burning desire to win and perform. This guy takes it seriously when he lines up to play, and usually he puts out a nice performance.
On first and 10, Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's going to roll on. They're going to get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them in your rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards to pick up, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, let him get it to your back. Let him pick up the first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll get up near the 45, they'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 6 there on first.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So if they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On 3rd down, Cousins. That's caught by Treadwell. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 35. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing before for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it. Because now everyone gets locked in. Confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at at the 43. They go play action. Cousins. That's complete to the receiver field. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A nice gain of 21 yards. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
I was talking about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. And they're going to go with the jet sweep. This is Diggs with it. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And the offensive starters for the Vikings.
And a big key is going to be how can these wideouts create separation from the defensive backs? Because we've seen some early success in the passing game in this one, and that's going to need to continue.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. A look at the defensive starters for Tennessee.
Kenny Vaccaro is an excellent player. Can cover in the slot, but his best attributes, tackling people and rushing the quarterback.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. He finds his man Johnson. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
I know many people like to throw it at the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try the field goal. That's just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, caught at the 26-yard line. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. They're led out by their strong-arm quarterback out of Texas A&M, and that's Ryan Tannehill.
And many believe that Ryan Tannehill is ready to fulfill his promise. Been in the league a little while now, been through some ups and downs, some bumps and bruises, but the talent is evident. Can run it, can throw it, and I think now he's ready to be a great leader.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. That'll bring up 2nd down. And the offensive starters for Tennessee.
So let's all work together on this one because it's natural to just watch the football. But I want all of us to watch the center of this offensive line, the center and the 2 guards. They've got to be able to control the point of attack, and they didn't do such a good job on that last play. Plenty of opportunities to redeem themselves. They'll have to take advantage of that and start to make progress.
Once again, they'll come up at the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. That catch good for only a yard, and it will be 3rd down. And a look at the Vikings defensive unit.
Harrison Smith is a player I love to watch, whether he's ranging deep as a free safety or near the line of scrimmage where he makes more plays. Keep your eyes on him.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. On Cork's run for Davis. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Following the interception, Cousins. In the double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They trailed 3-0 after the INT last time led to a field goal, but now another fresh start here, 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Shamar Stephen there on the tackle.
Double this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us and he's like, hey, these pants make you look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On second down, here's Henry. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. They'll be back at the 36. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Three 0 after one on EA Sports. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. They'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Well, play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. They went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
So on 4th down, here's the Tennessee field goal unit led by Ryan Sucker. From the right hash, this from 53. That's running out of steam and it won't get there. He deflected just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, listen, no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Just a yard on the pickup there. They will bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
6-man. On 2nd and 9. Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you gotta like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, when they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw it is Cousins. And he's got to complete this to Bob Daniels. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into the passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends are like in a sprinter stance. They're just heading straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play. Don't hold them to no game.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
He's open right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Bailey's kick is good. And that will add 3 more to the lead. It pushes it up to 6. No problems in the field goal department so far. It's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. Tannehill. And he finds Corey Davis. And he gets us from just shy of the 40 down at the 39. First down, Titans, gain of 12. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And the grab made by the tight end Brewer. Give him a couple on the catch and 2nd and 8.
To go for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available, and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Back to throw, Tannehill. And that'll be incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback that can fill that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here on 3rd and 8. And he's got him in, Corey Davis. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half. One that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to get the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do. This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Again, Tannehill. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because any completions on 1st and 2nd down, now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. And he's going to go down. They get turned back at the 40. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
I remember when I was a kid, all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well. I'm out for the sacks.
So those were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel. That's how I paid the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this won't get to, won't be on line either. It's no good. To the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime and make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series for those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Cousins in. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a tick under a minute to go before half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Now into the hands of Thielen, complete. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Cousins. He completes it to Treadwell. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but always so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Cousins again. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
The strong numbers get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field going through that one. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing is Cousins. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. They'll throw again. Cousins. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a good call there. That brings up 4th. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will make up a score 9-0. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a good effort on the return. return there gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. The final shot here before the break, Tannehill. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you got to expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get right back out to Brandon God.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead as we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, you know?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
There they go. We'll see if they can pick it up. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Here's Tannehill. This one caught by Brown. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver. We asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they would have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about it. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for the offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just have a break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now, we get that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. Giving 4 on the carry, that'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
This offense in desperate need of conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Breaks the tackle now, Allen. A big run there, 29 yards in the first.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On play action, Tannehill. This one caught by Davis. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chart.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Ryan Succopon for the point after. And they're back within a couple at 9-7 now. So this drive spans 7 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Joseph now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start the drive with Cook. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On play action, Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Off the play fake, Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It was Logan Ryan that time who knocked it away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's Britton Colquitt now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the clock. And it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, and their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A quick throw here out to Brown. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, we talked about it.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's been able to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Play action. It's Tannehill. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to chart free.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Here's Brett Kern now as he's on the punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way to the end zone now for a touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. He's got Smith here. And he's brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The partner there does a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion. But he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. It's complete to Davis. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 3rd first and 10. Cousins. And Diggs has it. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his numbers as a ball carrier. They got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they gave him to him before he even gets started.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 39. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Cousins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And this is Cook for the grab. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Cousins going to come up on a first and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. They go play action. Cousins, and he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Cousins. And it's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph, and it's 3rd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you, with your IQ, you can pull that off. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
You think he's just going to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Will be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Had a chance to give themselves there some important wiggle room, but it went awry.
Yeah, let's do the simple math here. And, for me, it has to be simple. Instead of this thing kind of giving them that wiggle room you talked about, now we're talking about possibly losing a ball game because they left the door open.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked for someone else, and maybe try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and get something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Well, a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a whole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, you need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw is Tannehill. But able to find Davis. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down. Tannehill now, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now the gun, Tannehill. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. They're going to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball throw, and react to it very quickly.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, Tannehill. Got him in, 12. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before we get a good head of steam going.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. They'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get your reset. They come up on a 2nd down now. A game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. On 2nd down now. It's Henry. They're all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
Now Tannehill saying, let's get to the line. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Henry. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Well, the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for the lead in the final stages. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Joseph now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So Cousins and the Vikings down 10-9, 54 seconds to go. And they need about 35 yards to get in range for a winner as they come up on first down. Cousins. Johnson's got it complete. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Clock rolling here, about to hit 30 seconds. Here's Cousins. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jarrell Casey with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop him with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here third and long. Cousins to throw. They'll dump this off to Cook. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.
Right. Titans over Mills 10-9. Drawing the string. And I'll be back with another one right after when I set these up. Another one. So see